Hello, Demetrius Spates here, Money Coach with Incumbent Solutions. Today I'm going to talk about a recent report that the Federal Reserve put out stating that Americans have now collectively passed the $1 trillion mark in credit card debt. Now that's the most debt that we've had as a country collectively since 2008, the last recession. Now, this could not be a bigger wake-up call that people need to focus and handle their credit card debt. Now, even if you know your credit card debt is manageable right now, know that you could just be one catastrophic event from putting yourself in financial ruin. Revolving credit card debt has been growing at an annual rate of 4.9%, which is just above the inflation rate, which is roughly somewhere around 4%, 4 and 5%. So you combine that with low savings rate, and if you are saving money, you're not making a whole lot in your bank on a savings account. So it's not hard to see why a lot of folks are failing to meet their financial goals. The average American couple only has about $5,000 saved for retirement, and only a third of Americans are saving any money in a retirement account that's sponsored by an employee or an employer, in a 401k or any tax deferred sort of retirement account. So as debt keeps spiraling out of control, it ultimately boils down to one thing: it's poor cash flow management. And when done correctly, you can use debt in your favor and you can leverage it so that it can actually make you money or save you money in the long run if you do it the right way. But there's rhyme and reason to going about your debt and how you handle it. Same with your finances. And if you're not managing your finances, you're ultimately setting yourself up for failure. Out of control debt can have a disastrous effect on a family for years. It can ruin your credit score. It can obviously keep you in debt, which makes it more difficult to try and borrow more money in the future, and even get yourself out of debt at all, or set yourself up to have any sort of financial security or stability. And with that, you just constantly fight an uphill battle. I was having a talk with my wife the other day, and one of the things that she had kind of mentioned, which I thought was a great idea, was the fact that one of the hardest things about getting out of the rat race is just getting in the rat race itself, and then maintaining it and having a plan for yourself to see how you're going to get through and out of that situation, or the rat race as we call it, or the daily grind called life, or the living paycheck to paycheck. So many people live paycheck to paycheck because they don't manage their money and they don't know where their funds are going. So at the end of the day, a lot of folks, professionals, say that you treat your personal finances like a business. Well, as a business, first thing you do is pay yourself first. You pay yourself first, and then you spend what's left. And that's how rich people think. Poor people spend all their money and then save what's left, which usually at the end of the month isn't too much if you're trying to make ends meet. So do yourself a favor, and if you want to dig yourself out of this slump that you're in, or this hole, if you do have debt, start managing your money and track where your money is going. Because as a businessman, you can only measure what you track. And if you're not tracking anything, you have nothing to compare it to and see what the score is. And then you get what you get. Because at the end of the day, most people don't plan to fail, they simply fail to plan. And if you're not managing your money, you're failing to plan for your financial future. So if you are having issues with debt, why don't you sign up below for my free email class on 5 steps to becoming a better money manager, and avoid becoming the statistic of wrong choices. Thanks.